Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to call to order the regular meeting of the Board of Public Works for November 14th, 2024. Roll call.
Val Gomez.
Present.
Weena Guzman.
Present.
James Portalatin.
Present.
Okay, I like that. Okay, next we have the minutes of the regular meeting of October 24th. I'd like to make a motion we approve as written.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. We have no correspondence. We'll move on to new business. First item on our agenda is from Professional Claims Management. We have the Aetna Administration stop-loss renewal letter, the PHS contract renewal, and Gallagher Bassett renewal letter. So we'll start off with, we have a letter from Dave Baker. Attaches the 2025 health benefit renewal spreadsheet for Aetna. After some negotiating, Aetna has lowered the renewal from 18.46% increase to 11.05% increase, and equals an annual increase of $48,577. The new 2025 policy will have the same specific deductible for individual of $250,000 and with a $75,000 aggregating specific and aggregate coverage. That's for the entire group. The dental and vision have no increases in the cost for the upcoming plan year. Aetna will increase their administrative fees from $39.14 to $39.86, an increase of 72 cents. This annual increase is approximately $2,600. That's for the entire city. He reviewed the renewal with Kim Anderson, which is the Deputy Controller, and Jim Bennett, the Mayor's Financial Advisor, and myself. And he's requesting that the Board of Works approve this item for the next Board of Works meeting, which is today. Next is I'll read all three and then we'll make a motion. Next is the Professional Health Service contract renewal. Professional Health Services, they're the ones that they're our go-between with Aetna and Gallagher Bassett. If we have any issues with them, they will work on the issues and correct it and get back, and they're pretty good at that. So the Professional Health Service contract renewal, so they are requesting the renewal of the service agreement contract for a new 2-year contract from January 1st, 2025 to December 31st, 2026. And it's attached for our review. Professional Health Services are requesting an increase in our fees from $29,000 to $36,000 annually for the administration of the workman's comp and the group life insurance. The duties and responsibilities of the administration of the workman's comp and the group insurance have increased substantially over the past 2 years. We are also requesting an increase in the case management fee for the workman's comp claims activity to $105 per hour. And once again, they did review this with my Deputy Controller, Kim Anderson, and Jim Bennett, the Mayor's Financial, at a previous meeting. I know that here they mentioned just they do with the workman's comp and the group insurance, but they also are go-between with Aetna Insurance. If anybody has an issue with their Aetna Insurance, we can call them and they can get they actually deal with Aetna a lot. Matter of fact, on a heavier basis than the other two. So it's almost like a bonus getting them there. Yep. So are there any questions on, now we have the third one is with Gallagher Bassett, contract renewal for workman's comp and administrative services. That would be effective January 1st, 2025. Professional Health Services is recommending the renewal of the administrative contract with Gallagher Bassett to administer the workman's compensation program for the 2025 calendar year. And once again, they reviewed it with Kim Anderson and my Deputy Controller, Mr. Bennett, and myself. There's an increased cost in the table below. All other fees and costs remain the same. This is a modest increase. The increase is from medical only. The current fee is $177. The new per claim fee will be $186. The estimate of number of claims for the year will be 33 percentage increase of 5.1. Under indemnity, the current fee is $1,066. The new claim per fee will be $1,119, and they estimate we will have 11 claims in the new year. It's a percentage increase of 5%. So they do both. They're actually a broker, and they do check with other companies. And once again, ENDA came in lower, and Gallagher Bassett. Not only was it lower, but also they're a pretty big company as far as workman's comp, and that's what they recommend them also. Are there any questions or comments on these three proposals?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion we approve Professional Claims Management's recommendation for Aetna, their professional claims contract renewal also for 2 years, and the Gallagher Bassett renewal.
Second?
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next we have from Pest, the Bug Guy. This is Pest Control Service Agreement. It is for the City Hall and the Mayor's Office. It's for the year 2025, and it's for insects and baiting mice. And the amount is for monthly quarterly payments of $130. The annual fee would be $1,060. Any questions or comments on this proposal?
I'm sorry, how much did you say it was going to be?
The annual agreement charge is $1,560,
Okay.
and the monthly quarterly payments are $130.
Okay.
Yes.
No, that's fine.
Any questions or comments?
No.
No.
And it's just for City Hall and the Mayor's Office.
City Hall and Mayor's Office?
Mayor's Office,
Yeah.
right. There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion we approve the Bug Guy's proposal for City Hall and the Mayor's Office.
Second?
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next we have from 610 Auto. This is an amendment. This is for vehicle repair. It is from Jalen Robinson, our Public Works Director. He's amending the vehicle repair and maintenance contract, which they are part of. Attached a copy of our vehicle maintenance contract for the year 2024 with the vendor 610 Auto. They're requesting to increase their amount for the last end of the year. And basically, they're asking for 610's contract with the police department starting at $15,000, which started at $15,000, to be increased by another $15,000. Any questions or comments on this request from Public Works?
No.
No.
Okay, there being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion we approve Public Works request with 610 Auto to increase their 2024 maintenance contract by another $15,000.
Second?
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have the snow removal and snow plowing service policy. This is for 24-25. This is an annual proposal they submit to us for snow removal and snow plowing. It's similar to the vehicle maintenance program they have. And this year, for the end, they have, what is that? They have 8 vendors. They have Divine, Calumet Waste and Recycling, R&D Construction, Regional Services, SNE Construction, SNS Service and Sales, Acton Incorporated, and Great Lakes Landscaping. They've all agreed to adhere to the prices included in this policy, and they cover Bobcat ski steer at $150 an hour, dump truck $110 an hour, loader $155 an hour, and plow truck. So they have all agreed to these hourly rates, and they'll all have different assignments throughout the city. Are there any questions or comments on the snow removal and snow plow service policy?
No.
No.
Okay, there be no further questions. I'd like to make a motion we approve Public Works request.
You know what, Val, I noticed that it's STM part of it as well, on the site.
I don't see them included here on the signature sheet.
You see how there's a signature on the site?
Oh,
Yeah, there is, yeah.
you're right. It's over here on the side.
Good
Okay.
catch.
Okay, let me add that there's 9 vendors, and
9
they
vendors.
scratched in one on the side here. Thank you for that catch there.
No problem.
So STM is also included. Okay, so for the record, There's 9 vendors, and STM was the one we missed. Okay, any other comments?
Just that the agreement is effective December 2024.
Yeah, for winter plowing, it's always part of 24 into 25. The snow season is, it's basically, it could be...
December to May.
It could start as early as November, going all the way to
Okay.
March of the next year. Okay, there be no further questions or comments. I'd like to make a motion, we approve Public Works request to approve their snow removal and snow plow service policy with these 9 aforementioned vendors.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have, also from Public Works, this is their salt pricing. This is as in previous years, just for record, NDOT negotiates for the price of salt for cities and counties, and then the cities and counties are free to join in or go on their own. This year, as in other years, our city's been going with NDOT's price, and this year the price is $84.81 per ton. We are put in for 1,800 tons for this season. And like I said, this is a negotiated price by the state, and the agreement for the state is actually included in our paperwork. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving Public Works agreement with NDOT, and I should mention the salt provider is Cargill. So at the price of $84.81 per ton for 1,800 tons of salt.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have from Green Tree Environmental Services. This is a lead abatement proposal, and it is in reference to the engineering department here at City Hall. They will remediate, just for the record, lead paint has been, they tested the paint that's been falling. It's been curling up under the false ceiling, and it is lead, so this is their proposal to remediate. There's on the proposal, it's room 1 side, ABCD, the upper wall ceiling, that's 8,075. Room 2, I imagine that's where the city engineer is in. That'll be 4,700. The total cost is going to be $16,275, which includes a clearance fee of $650. Matter of fact, they even mentions on the bottom here, clearance exam will be examined upon completion of the abatement work. Green Tree can perform this clearance in accordance with HUD guidelines for the additional fee of $650. So that's why that additional $650 is there. It's a requirement of HUD. And I believe they're going to start in 2 weeks, Olga?
Yes, December 2nd.
Okay. And just for further information, once they find out how bad it is there, they might have to do this entire floor.
Okay.
So it might be by department. Any questions or comments?
No.
No.
Okay, we have no further questions or comments. I'd like to make a motion, we approve Public Works request for Green Tree Environmental Services to remediate the lead paint issue at City Hall.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
The motion passes. Okay, next we have from Divine Landscaping. This is amending their landscaping agreement. We have a letter from Jerry Robinson, Public Works Director. Attached, he has a copy of the landscape cleanup for the year 2024, the contract with Divine Landscaping. They are requesting an increase to this vendor. The increase is listed below in regards to the amount and the vendor. So Divine Landscape is a vendor, and their starting contract price was $95,000. They're requesting to increase it by $15,000 for the remainder of this contract year, 2024. And they're also requesting another increase for Divine Landscaping. In their contract, they had line 1. Line 1 was at $95,000. Line 2 was at $70,000, and they wish to increase that $70,000 amount also by $15,000. for the remainder of the year. Any questions or comments on these requests from Public Works?
No.
James, you good?
The only thing is this is what Olga gave us. Is it 15, the first line item?
Yeah,
Or is
we
it-
added,
Or is it 10?
Olga added a zero to that 15. It's 15,000, because they had 15 and only 2 zeros.
Okay, gotcha.
So
Okay.
I don't know if you can notice that. So there being no further question or comments, I'd like to make a motion we approve Public Works request to increase Divine Landscaping contract under line 1 by 15,000 and under line 2 by 15,000.
Okay. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion passes. Okay, we come to outstanding invoices. We have 9 items. I'll go through each one first, and then we'll make a motion at the end. First one is from Cintas from Public Works. They have 2 late invoices dated 7/12/2024 and 7/19/2024 for a total amount of $3,059.06. The explanation is that Cintas did not apply payments to the correct invoice, but Public Works Management has implemented corrections to prevent this in the future. Okay, the second one is from also Public Works. The vendor is McCain. There was one late invoice dated 8/23/24. The amount is $2,909.77. Explanation is the invoice was sent back to the vendor when received to update billing information and was never sent back. When vendor was asked about the invoice, the date had surpassed the 60-day margin. Okay, the third one is from IT Department for Archive Social, and it is one late invoice dated 6/16/2023. The amount is $5,990. The explanation is this 2023 invoice was not submitted properly until an agreement was finally received and approved by the Board of Works on 4/25/24. There were then revisions needed on the invoice as Arc Social became part of Civic Plus LLC. The correct invoice was finally received on 10/29/24. Okay, it's quite an explanation there. Okay, the next one. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
No.
Okay, next one is from Multimedia. Past due invoices from B&H. They have 2 late invoices dated 6/27/24 and 7/5/24 for a total amount of $2,322.62. Explanation was invoice wasn't paid due to receive an invoice late from vendor and lack of prompt processing afterwards. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
Okay, number 5 is from Multimedia Department. Also, it is a past due invoice from Baxter Design and Advertising. They have 3 late invoices dated 5/30/24, 7/17/24, and 7/9/24 for a total of $1,890. Explanation is invoices weren't paid due to improper timing of processing. Any questions on these?
No.
Okay, next one is from Multimedia also. It is for Frank O. Carlson. They have 5 late invoices dated 9/17/24, 8/12/24, 6/20/24, 6/20/24 again, and 1/24/24 for a total of $4,084. Explanation is invoices weren't paid due to improper timeliness of processing. Okay, any questions on this one?
No.
No.
Okay, next we have a late invoice from the Law Department. This is for Tobin and Tobin invoices. We have quite a few invoices here. There are 20 items, and they are all dated August 9, 2024. The total amount is $23,757.55. The explanation is the July 2024 24 invoices were not processed because the invoices were inadvertently filed in a page folder. Okay. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
No.
Okay, the next one is from the fire department. Let me see, make sure. Fire department, it's the vendor is Chicago Communications. They have one late invoice dated 8/23/24. The amount is $110. Explanation, did not receive the invoice from the vendor, sent to the wrong personnel. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
Okay, next one is also from the fire department. It is from Cintas, one later invoice dated 8/9/2024. Amount is $120.91. Explanation, invoice was never received from station number 2. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
No.
Okay, that concludes the 9 late invoices. I'd like to make a motion, we approve for payment the 9 late invoices to the various vendors.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we come to a donation check. This check is from Ameristar. It is a donation check for the Chicago Fire Department in the amount of $1,000. Ameristar Casino has awarded the Chicago Fire Department a $1,000 donation in support of our annual programs this year. These funds will be used for services for our future fire programs. Please let the submission show a record of the Chicago Fire Department's acceptance of these funds. This is from David Carpenter, the fire chief. Any question or comments on this donation?
No.
No.
There being no questions or comments, I make a motion that we approve the acceptance of this donation from Ameristar to the Chicago Fire Department.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we come to the Water Department funding. As in the past, these funding for these vendors has been approved by the Water Department Board. We are approving the funding from our seeded and LDA funds. The first one is from BRAY, B-R-A-Y Sales,
Right.
and this is for an amount of $5,000, $5,065, location 3455 Pennsylvania, division filtration, work type is for pneumatic
Pneumatic
actuators. It's out of our seeded fund, and as I mentioned, it was approved by the Board of Waterworks on 11/4/2024. Second one is also from,
Well, can I just note on that one? I'm so sorry.
no problem.
There's a change order on that one.
On this one?
Yes, for increase of the PO by $177.81. So the original PO was $4,822.84.
Okay.
So it increased because of the freight charges.
Okay, so we're adding 177.81 to that
Yes.
5,065.
Yes.
Okay. And that was for the change order. Okay, so the next one is also from Bray Sales. This one, the amount is $13,301.21. Location 3455 Pennsylvania. Filtration is actually for the same item.
Same situation.
Same situation.
I'm sorry.
And
I
it's
thought
out
you
of
did.
our seeded funds. And the date is also 11/4/2024 when the Board of Waterworks passed it.
Val, can I make a note on that one too?
Yeah.
That is a small change order due to freight charges.
Oh, on this one is a change order
Yes,
too?
also, I'm sorry, yes, for the $13,301.
And what's the amount?
So it was originally $13,044, and it was increased by $257.21. These both are change order number ones. This is a different PO. And the amount now is $13,301.21.
Oh, so that's the amount with the change order?
Yes,
The
the
301.
257.21 is it's the same company, but a different PO.
Okay. Okay, now we'll move on to the next one, also for Bray Sales. This one is for $9,325.79. Location is Pennsylvania Avenue again. Division of Filtration, this is for actuators and assemblies. This is out of seeded fund. After that, next one
Bill,
is, pardon
I'm
me?
sorry, there's this one too, the same situation. With the freight charges, they added freight charges, so we have to increase the PO by $190.79. The original PO was $9,138, and with the $190.79 increase, it's, the amount totals to $9,328.79.
So we're actually reading the right amount, except that we have to add,
We have to sign the change order.
yeah, because on your form, we have the right amount.
Yes,
But we just have to make note, mention that a change order.
yes,
'cause-
because of the freight charges, the
Right.
additional freight charges.
So that the water board approved the change orders?
Yes, they did,
Okay.
yes.
So I think once the water board approved it and we have the final cost here, then we could just go along. Are there going to be change orders on the rest of them?
I'm sorry?
Are there going to be change orders on the rest of them?
No, I think that's, there's only one other change order, but that's because of the address, the
Okay.
location. Yes.
Okay. So next one is Commonwealth Engineers. The amount is $20,000. Location is citywide. Division is administration. Work type ERP and RRA. And it's from our LDA fund. And it was also approved on the same date, 11/4/2024, by the board, water board. Next one is from AugustGen. The amount is $5,984. Location 3505 Aldous, Filtration Division. It's for a unit heater out of the LDA fund. Next one after that is from Hatch. $2,009, 3455 Pennsylvania, Filtration Division. It's for a maintenance kit out of our seeded fund. And this one, the last two were also passed by the water board on 11/4/2024. Next we have from CCP. This is a change order, but there's no amount on this one.
No, it's just the reason,
Change
for
at
the address, yes.
address?
Yes. So the Buffalo, that's relating to the Buffalo Box project, replacement project, and the address, 3521 Hemlock, is removed from the project list and replaced with 3733 First
Okay.
Street.
So that concludes the items for funding for the waterworks. The total is $55,623.65. And as I mentioned before, it is before us because we are approving the funding. Any questions or comments?
No.
Okay, then I'd like to make a motion, we approve the aforementioned funding to the various vendors.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we come to, let's see, where are we at here? We have this is from engineering? No, from parks, you know?
Yeah.
Omega 3 LLC, Washington Park Pool demolition, notice of award and the contract. So, this is from the bid tabulations from the bid opening October 24th. We had 3 bids. Bid 1 was from Garrett at $747,500. Bid 2 was from Hassey at $357,040. Bid 3 was from Omega 3 at $262,500. And this, what I'm reading is from First Group Engineering. They are recommending their opinion that Omega 3 be awarded the bid-based contract, which results in a contract price of $262,500. We have the bid figures. We have the notice of award, to Omega 3 LLC from 31 West 566 Spalding Road, Elgin, Illinois. As on here, the amount. So this is the notice of award. We have with us the contract for the same amount. We have a lot of provisions on the contract. Are there any questions on the notice to award or the contract?
No.
Okay, there be no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion that we approve from the Park Department the notice of awarding the contract to Omega 3 for the Washington Park Pool demolition project.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion passes. Next, we have a resolution 2024-34 for Jolly Security Services. This is from the Law Department. We have a resolution in Chicago Board of Public Works authorizing the use of Jolly Security LLC, whereas the board authorizes and approves the use of Jolly Security LLC to give expert witness testimony in trial that took place on October 2024, whereas attorneys representing the City of Chicago felt it necessary to hire expert witness and proceed with the trial without delay. Now therefore be resolved by the Chicago Board of Public Works hereby approves services of Jolly Security LLC and to allow for payment for these services subject to submission of invoices approved by the City Controller and the Common Council. And we have their invoice of September 26, 24 through October 2nd, 2024. And this is, it deals with the Jose Alpena versus East Chicago, and it amounts to 18 hours at $290 per hour, which is a total of $5,220. Okay, any questions or comments on resolution 2024-34?
No.
No.
There being no further questions, I'd like to make a motion we approve resolution 2024-34 from the Law Department.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have resolution 2024-35, Frank Aliman. This is a right-of-way consulting. So a resolution of Chicago Board of Public Works authorizing the use of right-of-way consulting concerning Frank Aliman. Whereas the board authorizes and approves the use of right-of-way consulting, from Frank Aliman to give expert witness testimony in a trial that took place on October 2024. Whereas the attorneys representing the City of Chicago felt necessary to hire expert witnesses and proceed with the trial without delay. Now therefore be resolved by the Chicago Board of Public Works hereby approves the services of the right-of-way consulting, Frank Aliman, and to allow for payment for these services subject to submission of invoices approved by the City Controller and the City Council. And we have the invoice, which totals $11,411.05. There is a pay period worksheet for the employee, Mr. Aliman, and it breaks it down by the hour at different rates. There's 6 hours at $155, which equals $930. There's 40 hours at $30 an hour at $1,200, and 20 at $45 an hour, which equals $900, which I believe totals at $3,411.05. Any questions or comments?
No.
Okay, so no questions or comments. I'd like to make a motion we approve resolution 2024-30 from the Law Department.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, next we come to resolution 2024-36 for Tobin and Tolbert. This is a resolution of Chicago Board of Public Works authorizing a modification of the city contract for legal services with Tobin and Tolbert. Where previously the board authorized and approved its contract with Tobin and Tolbert for the calendar year 2024, which among other things established a cap of fees in the amount of $60,000 And whereas the board previously extended a cap containing a contract by an amount of not to exceed $100,000, which whereas the Board of Works now desires to further extend the cap by an additional amount of $150,000 due to ongoing litigation and pending trials. Therefore be resolved by the East Chicago Board of Public Works that October and October contract be modified so as to allow for payment for these services of an additional $150,000, subject to submission of itemized statements approved by the City Controller and the City Council. Are there any questions or comments on this resolution?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I can make a motion we approve Resolution 2024-36 as submitted by the Law Department.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we come to, from the Building Department, Harbor Group Incorporated. This is for asbestos building inspection with a not to exceed of $10,000. We have this proposal submitted by Harbor Groups Incorporated for environmental services in 2025. This consists of pre-demolition asbestos surveys at the cost of $550 per building and an analysis of bulk samples by polarized light microscope.
Yes.
It's PLM at a rate of $50 each at a not to exceed of $10,000. And we have their proposal. And we have Building Department's Board of Works project request form, which I'd like to compliment James because he usually submits this form, which we always ask for.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Any questions or comments on this one for asbestos building inspections?
No.
None.
I'd make a motion we approve Building Department's request for Harbor Group in their proposal for asbestos building inspections.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, we'll move on to the next one, is also from Harbor Group. This one is for asbestos project management, also with a not to exceed of $10,000. And it is submitted by Harbor Group Incorporated for asbestos project management for 2025. The cost of each building, 4 units and under, is $650 per building, and above 4 units will be determined depending on the size of the building. Work not to exceed $10,000. And we have their proposal included, along with Building Department's Board of Works project request form. Any questions or comments on this proposal?
No.
No.
Further comments? I'd like to make a motion we approve Harbor Group's asbestos project management with a not to exceed of $10,000 with the Building Department.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have KM Waste and Recycling. This is empty side lock service. They're not going to exceed $75,000. And they're requesting approval proposal submitted by KM Waste Recycling for the greening services in 2025. This would include a rate to prepare a lot and install sod, which would be at $1.68 per square foot, and the rate to prepare a lot and install seed blanket, which will be at $1.25 per square foot. The watering for 2 weeks after install, $70 per hour, including watering, truck, and labor. Note the water meter and water billing from the Chicago Water Department are an additional fee. Work not to exceed $70,000. And we have their proposal here. So the water meter and the water billing, that'll be billed directly to the water department. It's not included in this one, right?
Yeah, whatever the fee from the water department
That's a
is,
separate issue.
then
Okay,
they'll request a reimbursement from us.
okay. Any questions or comments on this one?
None.
Okay. That's an inside joke there. Okay. So, any further questions or comments? I'd like to make a motion approving the request from Building Department for KM Waste and Recycling for the empty side locks, servicing empty side lots after demolitions.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have from Comcate. This is software for the Building Department. This is the proposal is for Comcade Software Incorporated for the code enforcement software as per the following items. There's a code enforcement management of $5,720.81. Work order manager, $4,656.83. The GIS enterprise for $6,298.45. Fee tracker, $569.54, for a total annual fee of $17,253.75. Building term will be from 3/27/25 through 3/26/26. And we do have the Comcade's actual proposal with Building Department. Any questions or comments on this proposal?
None.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd make a motion to approve the Comcade software project proposal with the Building Department.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we go to also from the Building Department, Lake County Recorder. This is the recording fee with a not to exceed of $10,000. The request includes accept fee schedule provided by Lake County Recorder's Office that includes the fees for recording deeds at $25, mortgages at $55, and liens at $25, with a not to exceed of $10,000. And they have included the Indiana County Recorder's fee schedule, which was effective from 2021. So it hasn't changed since 21?
No.
Okay. Any questions or comments on this proposal?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion that we approve Building Department's request for dealing with the Lake County Recorder and the recording fees.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have from Building Department also from NSP Consulting LLC. They have a not to exceed of $80,000. And basically, the project includes proposal submitted by NSC Consultants LLC service would include but not limited to monitoring and preparing weekly or biweekly commercial and residential construction reports. NSP Consultants will act as the City of East Chicago's representative, representing the city in monitoring commercial and residential construction projects, monitoring compliance to relevant regulations and applicable construction standards, and provide regular updates and reports on the progress of projects assigned to NSP Consultants by the City Building Department. Compensation will be an hourly rate at $100 per hour. Architectural review services for $150 per hour, not to exceed the $80,000 that was mentioned previously. Any questions or comments on this proposal?
No.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving NSP Consulting's proposal with our Building Department with a not to exceed of $80,000.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have a proposal from STM Enterprises for the Building Department with a not to exceed of $50,000. The proposal submitted by STM Enterprises LLC to continue the emergency board-up services and emergency services for 2025. STM will be available 24/7, 365 days for emergency board-up services requested by the city. Rate to be as per attached proposal, not to exceed $50,000, and they have included pretty extensive proposal with all their rates in completing these event endeavors for emergency board-up. Any questions or comments?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion we approve STM's proposal with the Building Department for emergency board-ups.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have also from the Building Department from Americal. This is for ambient air monitoring with a not to exceed of $25,000. The proposal is for P24-3205, submitted by Americal for the following scope of work: daily air monitoring at a rate of $1,900 per day, and that's at various locations throughout, right?
Correct.
And the laboratory soil analysis at a rate of $195 with a 5-day turnaround or $230 with a 2-day turnaround. The work is not to exceed $25,000. And this, we've had this for several years, right? This is the reoccurring
Yes.
proposal?
Yeah, he does that all the time.
Okay, any other questions or comments on the
No.
Americo's proposal?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion we approve Americo's proposal for air monitoring in our building department at a not to exceed of $25,000.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have also from Americo, asbestos project management, not to exceed of $10,000. This project proposal is for the following scope of work: asbestos project management for residential buildings up to 4 units at a rate of $775 per building. Asbestos project management for residential buildings with 5 or more units, or commercial buildings at a rate of $990 per building. Additional clearance exams as needed for $475 each, with a not to exceed of $10,000. Any questions or comments of this one for project management?
No.
There being no further questions, I make a motion we approve the proposal for Americo for project manager with a not to exceed of $10,000.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion passes. Next, we have also from Americo pre-demolition asbestos surveys with a not to exceed of $10,000 also. Submitted by Americo with the following scope of work: conduct pre-demolition asbestos surveys at a rate of $475 per property. Sample analysis by PLM at $40 each. Pre-demolition lead-based paint survey at $470 per property with a not to exceed of $10,000. Any questions or comments on this proposal?
None.
No.
There being no questions or comments, I can make a motion we approve Americo's proposal for pre-demolition asbestos services that not to exceed $10,000.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have from Glue Brothers for Fire Station number 4. This is from the engineering department. This is their bid was for $125,950. This is an ongoing issue with station number 4, where the roof has been leaking, and it also has issues with the foundation. And this is actually going to be a pretty big project by the time it's done. Any questions or comments on the roof replacement part of this project?
No.
No.
There being no further question or comments, I'd like to make a motion. We approve the engineering department's request for Glue Brothers replacement of the roof in the amount of $125,150, which was Glue's base bid price.
Can I ask just one question, please? I'm sorry. So where it says base bid price, right under bid clarification, says the masonry walls could be the source of some of the current leakage. So did they do an assessment of that? Do you know?
When I noticed when I went there with the fire department's deputy chief, part of the problem is with the foundation, and if you look along the side where the roof is, there's actually a crack going from the
All the way
top of the
down.
roof all the way down in various
wow.
locations. So they think that has a factor, because this roof was fixed before, so they think these factors of what's causing the foundation.
The shifting?
Yeah, right, shifting. They say it might be due to when they when they're building that station, the
Footings?
footing, not only footing, but
Foundation.
what they fill somehow shifted, or they don't know why. So, but all these, everything's related to the foundation issues.
So are they going to correct the foundation, do you know, first?
Yeah,
And
they're
then
doing
target?
that as, I think that's all involved too, right, with that project?
Correct, but they're
There's-
doing the roof first because the roof is leaking.
Yeah, right now we're having the issue with rain coming in, so and everything.
Okay.
It's a bigger problem that it turned out to
Okay.
be. Any other questions?
No.
Then I'd like to make a motion, we approve engineer's request for Glue Brothers proposal for station number 4 at the amount of $125,950.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have also from engineering from Fizinger and Associates, their 2025 agreement with a not to exceed of $30,000. And this agreement would include the reporting for not only the board, the Chicago Board of Public Works, the Public Safety Board, Economic Development Commission, Plan Commission, Board of Zoning, appeals, and I think that covered them all. So, as you know, they provide transcription services for all our regular and special City of Chicago meetings, as the ones mentioned above. And they do have their rate schedule here, and additional rates for different circumstances. Are there any questions or comments on this professional service agreement with Fizinger?
No.
No.
There being no further question or comments, I can make a motion, we approve the professional service agreement for 2025 term with Fizinger and Associates for court reporters.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have from Short, Elliott Hendrickson. This is for the Magoon extension. This is for agreement for professional services. This is for engineering services, right?
Yes, construction.
Construction engineering. This is for the fee construction. For the 18-month duration of the project is on hourly basis. Option for a not to exceed of amount of $497,600. And as I mentioned, is for the city, for the Magoon Avenue reconstruction project, which is set to start in spring of 2025, I believe. Right? Are there any questions or comments on this request?
No.
For professional services?
No.
Okay, there being no further question or comment, I can make a motion that we accept the proposal from engineering for Short Elliott Hendrickson for professional services for the Magoon reconstruction project, second phase.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next we have okay, this is from Magner. Concrete and architectural design. This is a proposal
Bless you.
for the 2024-20 to 25 sidewalk for Lakeshore Manor. The total is $106,865.31. This is for the sidewalk surrounding that entire area. It actually goes from different locations. The price is broken down by location. There is from 3616 Main to Guthrie Street, 3517 Main to Guthrie Street, Guthrie and Washington to the alley. There's the aprons. Is that what that means, apron? Is there, yeah? Okay, there's the apron, after apron to Deodore and 135th, from Deodore to the unit parking exit, from Deodore and after parking exit, Deodore to parking entry, may need work, and Deodore to 136th Street, and behind the building at 3517 Main Street to King. That's for the total $106,865.36. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving the proposal from Magner Concrete for the sidewalks surrounding the Lakeshore Manor.
Second?
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. And that brings us to our right-of-way applications. We have right-of-way applications number 24 24-04868 through 24-04873. Are any questions or comments on these
No.
right-of-way applications?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion, we approve the aforementioned right-of-way applications.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. We're at the end. Okay, I believe we have no other business. Our next meeting, which we're considering a special meeting because we're moving it to November 25th at 3:30.
Yes.
And that's because of Thanksgiving. All the other boards that are having meetings are being kind of jammed into those first 3 days. So, any questions on that?
No.
No.
Okay.
I'm good with it.
Okay, that concludes everything on adjournment, so I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.